I'm Cory.
And I'm Tymme.
I moved out to California from the East Coast.
I came to LA from Hawaii.
The goal was to be a star.
So I ended up in Hollywood.
For 15 years, I warmed up crowds on American Idol, Dancing with the Stars, and even spent the last decade touring the world as a DJ.
I started as a dancer and performed for artists like Aaliyah, Missy Elliott, and Will Smith. I then authored 3 books and became a pastor.
But through it all, something was missing.
I felt this desire to be a part of something real.
A movement that would change communities.
To tell stories of strength built on people's passions.
Driven by their courage and giving the world hope.
So we've come together to celebrate unsung heroes from around the world. This is The Rise Effect.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome to The Rise Effect.
Yeah, I'm excited today.
What a fun show. I'm always excited, but this is something that's really, really fun that we get to do.
Yeah, one of my favorite things to do, or our favorite things to do, is to circle back around and reconnect with organizations or guests that we featured on The Rise Effect formerly, and just kind of find out, get an update, and see what they're doing, what they're up to.
And these guests got so much traction when we first aired their episodes. In fact, there was so much to it, we had to do 2 episodes, a part 1 and a part 2.
Yeah.
And so we are not going to waste any more time. We've got some very great friends joining us from ZOE International. Come on. Say hello to Esther Yu, Assistant Western Regional Director.
And we have Sandy Esparza. She's a community trainer and also a survivor advocate.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you.
Hey.
Great to be here.
Thank you
Love
so
your
much
energy.
for taking the time to hang with us. We look at those smiles. I love it. It's so great to be here with y'all. And I know your schedule at ZOE is crazy busy. So the fact that you're taking some time out of your day to give us a little update is amazing. So let's dive right in, y'all. When we were there, when we were shooting, Dr. Jason took us through all of the home for girls, gave us a full tour on that amazing facility. Yeah. But it's been some time since we've been there. So can you fill us in on what's going on at the Home for Girls here in Los Angeles? What have been some major victories you've seen happen, and also some challenges that have come up?
Yeah, we're so excited to share that when we opened our state licensed home in August 2021, since then until today, we have served 20 different girls in the program so far in the last 2 years.
Awesome.
And we've seen some amazing outcomes in terms of children who are known in the county to be running away every day from their previous group homes or using substances and drugs every day, missing for weeks and months at a time. But what we've been able to see at our home is just girls feeling safe and supported, and girls who have not been in school regularly. We've seen girls graduate from high school. They have gotten 4.0s. They have gotten caught up on their school credits and then able to get jobs locally in businesses in our area. We've just seen them finally engage in mental health services and receive the therapy that they need. And most of all, just seeing them experience childhood again, like they never have before. You know, just having water gun fights and even asking the staff to read to them as they fall asleep, just playing board games together, riding bikes on campus. So it really has been an amazing opportunity. And Sandy has even had the opportunity to work with some of the youth before coming into our home and then after. So she's been able to see just the improvement and progress from before and after coming to our home.
So Sandy, from your perspective, what has that been like? What has that been like for you?
Oh man, it's been beautiful to watch. Just seeing the night and day difference from before they're at the ZOE home and once they're there. There's such a softness about them after the fact. They're being poured into, they're being loved on. There's this unconditional, open heart, open arm love from the staff that they really feel, and they feel like it's genuine. And they always tell me, even after they leave there and I still work with them, they say it's the best place they've ever been. They had this peace about them. There's a joy, right? They are actually able to bring down all of that hardness and just live and just rest and just be children. And they really feel it from the staff, from the home. There's such a presence in that home, just the energy, everything is completely different, and it's undeniable for the youth. And they talk about it even well after they're gone, and they never forget it. They never forget what the staff say to them, how they loved on them, how they prayed for them, how they fought for them. It's everything.
That's incredible. I love that. That gets me fired up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're essentially giving them a second chance at life, which is, and to be able to see it firsthand has got to be absolutely incredible.
It's amazing. It makes me emotional because, I wish I had that, right? And we strive to be who we needed. And so I'm just so happy for them and thrilled for just the chance that they get to even experience that, or those kind of people at one point in their lives. They'll never forget it.
Yeah. Zoe's such a special place. I mean, for the trauma that they've experienced and to have that level of recovery, you guys are doing a great work. So we love it. We love it. I wanted to talk a little bit about the status of Senate Bill 14. Can you update our viewers, or at least bring them into some kind of awareness of what that's all about?
Yeah, so in California, Senate Bill 14 is currently being voted on. And what it would do would make human trafficking on a list of serious crimes in California, specifically in relation to children. So it's hard to believe, and it's shocking that human trafficking is not yet listed on the list of serious crimes. But if the Senate passes this bill, then it would count as a strike when somebody is charged with trafficking, and part of the 3 strikes felony protocol. Currently, when traffickers are charged with trafficking of children, they may be sentenced to prison, and then they can be released in just a couple of years for good behavior. And this doesn't give enough time for victims to recover and start a new life, because a lot of times the victims may have testified against them in court. And so we're really trying to protect the victims and give them time to heal and start anew. And Sandy has experience as well with a lot of our survivors who have gone through the court process and are terrified of being contacted or found if the trafficker is going to be released from prison. And so it's really important for Senate Bill 14, and the vote will be happening this month in August. You can follow us if you go to our Instagram, and our handle is ZOE_INT. We provide regular updates and instructions if people are wanting to see this bill passed, who they can contact. At this point, it's going to the Senate Assembly Appropriations Committee. And so they can contact the members of the Appropriations Committee, just expressing their support of the bill and wanting to see it passed. And then Sandy can share a little bit more about why it is important for some of the children that we've worked with.
Yeah.
Sure. Just having that time away from traffickers and exploiters, it's everything. It can give you your life back. And we've certainly seen it in the advocacy program with the youth that I've personally worked with. As soon as their traffickers go to jail and they know they're going to be away for some time, they start to live again, and they have that breathing room, and they can rest and find restoration and connect with good people and good resources and start to rebuild, which is really what all victims and survivors need. They just need space and time to be able to do that without fear of retaliation or violence or abuse. And it is rooted in that. When they know these traffickers are going to be released soon, there's an immediate fear and anxiety that happens. And it just reminds me of that impending doom of, I might as well not do anything because I know this is going to be all bad when this person finds me. And so if we can stand in the gap and really make that space available for them in that time and send these people away for a long time, then it gives them their life back. They can find their life again. They can find themselves and not have to worry about this person that's constantly after them.
For sure. We've got the Instagram on the screen for y'all so that people can go to ZOE_INT to make sure they're kind of hip to everything that's going on, because it really takes all of us. You've got to be serious, and you've got to dive in and be a part of this fight.
Yep, we're certainly going to support this, and we're going to rally people and make sure that there's a great awareness towards this, because this is going to be groundbreaking for those who are fighting against human trafficking.
And speaking of rallying folks, let's talk about this ride across America. Sorry, race across America. It's not a ride, it's a race. See, for me, it would be a ride. I would just get in a car.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could race across America, but let's talk about this race across America. What is that all about? What's going on with that? And how are people involved in that?
It really, I mean, it's amazing. It's a world greatest race, and it's a cycling race. And our ZOE team registers for it every couple of years. And this year we were able to enter in an 8-man team to race literally across America from the West Coast to the East Coast. And with this team, they were able to finish second place. So that is so amazing.
What? Second place? Hold on.
That was well deserved. That was well deserved.
With only 7 folks on the team. That's incredible.
They are so amazing, and their motto really has been their freedom is our fuel. And these guys have volunteered themselves. It's not just the race itself, but it's all the time spent, months in preparation and training, and all that they've endured really for the sake of restoration of the children that we serve. And in this process, they not only were racing, but they were also fundraising, and the public were contributing to the fundraising efforts. And we were so far have been able to raise $500,000 through this.
Wait a minute, hold on, $500,000.
You're gonna get a lot of those if you keep giving us news like that.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
Yeah, so the community and all our supporters have come together. Even though it was just 8-man riding, really they were riding on behalf of everybody who's in support of this and on behalf of the children that we serve. And so we're just so grateful to those guys who participated in the race and just the amazing results that they had.
Wow. So our fuel is their freedom?
The children's freedom is their fuel.
Yes. Okay. I went dyslexic for a minute. I love that. I love that mantra. That's so good.
Yeah, that's amazing. I also know that you guys are part of ZOE's work extends to the Los Angeles Human Trafficking Task Force. And could you kind of let us know about the advocacy work that is taking place in connection to that?
Yeah, so since 2019, ZOE has been part of the Los Angeles Regional Human Trafficking Task Force. And what that allows us to do is to come in as advocates to children who have been recovered by law enforcement from human trafficking. We're able to assign a specialized advocate to that child's team. We come alongside law enforcement and social workers, attorneys, mental health supports, and we can follow them for the next year and a half. So we're on call 24/7, responding within 90 minutes of the call to the local police station and providing victim advocacy support. And then we're able to provide ongoing support with our case managers, our survivor advocates who have overcome trafficking themselves as children, as well as parent advocate whose children have been trafficked, and they're able to support the parents whose kids are experiencing trafficking. And that has just been an amazing program where we can really be a safe person in their lives at times of crisis, or even at times when they have come out of the trafficking and just trying to stabilize, going to school, getting a job, transitioning into adulthood. And Sandy is an amazing part of that team, and she's seen firsthand on the field, working with the children, how important this advocacy work is.
Yes, Sandy, can you speak a little bit to that, your experience from your perspective, what that's been like? Because being a part of the task force is, there are so many moving parts. So what does that look like from your perspective?
Sure. Yeah, there are so many moving parts and so many great agencies and partners that are really in this fight together. And I think that makes all the difference. And in our advocacy program, even going back to those harsher penalties, right, and having them put away for a very long time, all of it tying in together for advocacy programs like ZOE's to come in and to support the youth and to walk with them, walk alongside them, no judgment, no condemnation, just support, unconditional love, and really pouring in all those resources that they need that they haven't really had a chance to succeed, right? So they really start to find themselves. We have sometimes up to 2 years with them, and I've just been so blessed to be able to see the fruit of that firsthand and see these youth find themselves and reach their dreams and their goals and graduate from school. And I think our ZOE graduations are probably the times of the year where I cry the most. And something that stands out for me is just having one youth in particular that went up on that stage, and she was so emotional, and she just said, "You guys saved my life." Wow. Right? And we're not saviors. We know that we're just vessels, but to have a youth that just sees it in that way, just this program on how it saved her life, and seeing them go from living on the streets or living in motels or just not having anyone to having a full support system, to having goals and dreams and fighting for those dreams and just living and thriving. It's everything, right? Moving from that survivor to a thriver, it's really the goal, I think, for us at ZOE in that advocacy program. And we don't just support that youth, we support their family. We need them to know we love them as a whole and the extension of them, which are their parents and their siblings. And so we really come alongside the whole family because it's a family effort, it's a community effort. We are made for community. And when we pour that in, they feel it, they receive it, and they thrive. And they're so happy. You really get to see the real them. And it's very rewarding just to even see, very emotional. But I think this program it just gives them life back. And there's so many agencies that are a part of it. There's so many people that care. And that's one thing the traffickers are always reminding them and making sure they know is that nobody cares about them. And we really strive to make them know that that is a lie. And the truth is that they are loved, and that they are worthy, and they are deserving. And we're just a vessel. We just help them find their way. They're the heroes of their own stories, and they're resilient. We know that. They've proved that over and over, right? Because they're survivors. But they thrive in this program, and we've seen it across the board.
I love it. It's incredible. I mean, to do one of those things is incredible. But ZOE is doing so many of these jobs, and really, y'all are feet on the ground. You are in the trenches. You are doing it, and I can't thank you enough for doing what you're doing for the youth and the future of this world, but also for taking the time to share that with us and letting our viewers know where they can go, how they can get involved, what they can do to be a part of this, because the children's freedom is our fuel. And I love that. I'm going to print that. It's got to go on a t-shirt somewhere. But it was just absolutely incredible. And I know we're getting close to the end here of our interview. We could just keep talking. Did you want to touch on anything globally? Because, you're doing a million jobs here and in LA, all over, but why not reach the entire world and the globe? So if you want to touch on that a little bit, on what's going on globally, that would be great as well.
Yeah, well, we just also want to thank you to Rise Effect, giving us this opportunity to be able to share with the public and raise awareness about trafficking and what's out there. We love that people are watching and hearing and wanting to learn more. We are continuing to do, this was just a snapshot of what we do in LA, but we're doing the same on the East Coast. We're part of the Trafficking Task Force out in Pennsylvania. We are also doing the same as we've started our work in Thailand, everything that we're doing out there with prevention, rescue, and restoration. We're part of the task forces out there in Thailand. And then we're continuing to do our prevention work in Japan, in Mexico, and in Australia. So just globally, all of our programs are exponentially growing and active in the fight.
Wow. It's just, it makes me feel like such an underachiever. All I did was set up a video call for today. But listen, it's really incredible. And it takes an entire army of warriors. You two are warriors in there. And, just if you could pass along just everything that our gratitude and our appreciation for what ZOE is doing and the whole team and in your offices. You've got the Rise Effect behind you.
We got your back.
100%. I don't know if I can do the race across America, but hopefully we're broadcasting across America and across the planet so that folks can start really, picking up the pieces and joining you in this fight. So thanks for taking the time.
Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be with you guys and just for you to share all these amazing updates. Really, we're thrilled to hear for ourselves, and hopefully our audience is able to just rejoice with us as well, because it's incredible the work you're doing, and it's going to continue to progress. And I know you guys are saying we're just vessels, but you are amazing vessels, I will tell you that. And you truly are stars, and such a blessing to this organization, ZOE. And we appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you.
Thank you. Be safe. We'll see you on the next update.